everyone, it's Kat. So welcome to this week's video. I'm sorry it wasn't up last week, didn't have time, I was a bit busy creating this, which is my new bedroom. So I'm going to be in here for much longer. I'll probably be more down that end filming than up this end. It's just that end's not quite finished with my desk and things yet. But this week's video is my everyday makeup tutorial, so this is the look right here. I hope you like it, and if you want to know how to create this look, or even just want to know what I put on my face every day, keep watching this video. So let's jump right in it. My mirror is over here, so if I'm looking over there, that is the reason why. So at first, I will start off by using my Metal Panda Bubblegum Edible Lip Scrub, just to exfoliate my lips. So basically you just dip your finger in there and you just do this. You rub it on your lips to exfoliate any dead skins. Most people would find that very disgusting to lick it off, but they have made it with sugar so that it is actually edible. And if you're thinking, oh, who's Metal Panda? They are a really good company. Actually, one of my friend's mums owns it. This is not sponsored, trust me, but they're a lot cheaper than Lush products, let's put it that way. After I've looked all of that off, I will then take the Metal Panda lip balm. This is the beeswax one. Almost finished, I'm gonna have to get a new one. And just take that with my finger. And then just put that in and then rub that on. Right, now onto the actual makeup. I am going to start off by, because it's been quite sunny in Scotland right now, which is an odd change, I'm going to take the Soltan Protect and Go Suncare Lotion, which has the SPF of 15, mainly just because I want to stay protected, and it's always good to use sun protection on your face anyway, because it just helps. One of the main signs of aging is like when you haven't protected your face from the sun. So I'm just gonna put some of that on, work that in, and it just helps to protect my skin. I know that sounds like the biggest cliche, but honestly it works. Now that's that on, I want to moisturize my face because I have not done that already. So I'm going to take a little bit of the Clean&Clear Dual Action Moisturizer, which is oil free. It's really, really good. But because I put that on, I want to just take a tad and just put that on top. I always put a little bit on the forehead first, just to make sure that I have plenty left for my forehead once I'm done the rest of my face, because sometimes I don't have enough left, which is a problem. Right, I am going to start off with a tiny little number 7 Airbrush Away primer, which is hypoallergenic. It is a good primer. It's always good to have a primer, just to help your makeup last all day, and I always do put primer on, so I just take a little tad, rub it, and then just work that into my face. A lot of base product, but it all helps to keep your makeup on, and it just like the sunscreen is to protect your face from the sun, the moisturizer is to make sure you have not got many dry patches, and the primer is just to make sure everything stays on all day. I am going to take 2 different foundations today. I'm going to take the Rimmel Lasting Finish in 110 Light Porcelain, because that gives me the coverage that I need. But this is the lightest colour they have, and not quite the right colour for my face. Slightly too cool toned. I think I have a neutral skin tone, so I need a bit of an orange and a bit of a cool. And then for the bit of an orangey or pinky toned one, I've got L'Oreal Paris True Match Foundation in 1N Ivory. So I'm just going to mix a tad, not too much, because for every day I don't like to put tons of foundation on my face. I just feel that it just doesn't feel very good. So I put a little bit, like half a pump each, on the back of my hand, focusing a little bit more on the true match. And then I just take my Real Techniques Expert face brush and I kind of almost mix them together. And I just start working that into my face. I'm really sorry that I'm looking over this way, but I've got my mirror over there to help me see what I'm doing better. I really like this combination of foundations because the lasting finish is a full coverage and I feel like the True Match is more of a light coverage one. So then mixed together just gives the perfect medium coverage, so it's enough for me to get the coverage that I want but without putting a lot of heavy foundation on my face, which I feel a lot of foundations are for me. If you don't want to use a brush and you want to use Beauty Blender, then go ahead and do that. I just like using a brush. I feel this brush is really good. It just helps really buff it into your skin so it really blends. I also try and take the rest of it off my hand, try and get a tad down my neck, because even though it matches my skin tone, I still need it to go down my neck, or else it just doesn't quite work. After I finish with the brush, I just like to go around my face like this and just pat it. Okay, so that's me got an okay base on. I will now go on to concealer for my general face, so like spots and things, which is okay because it's natural. I take the Rimmel Wake Me Up Concealer in 010 Ivory, and for under my eyes I take the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in number 1 Fair. Sometimes I would just do concealer and no foundation, but I feel like today it's nice to do the whole hog because I am filming for you guys. I just take this and I put it all around. As I said, most days I will just use the concealer and not the foundation, just because concealer doesn't clog you up as much, and it lets your skin breathe more than slathering your face with foundation. And just by the way guys, make sure that if you do have foundation, make sure it matches your skin tone completely. Don't go all freaking orange. And if you are trying to make your face a little darker, say you've got like a fake tan on or something, make sure to really blend it down the neck, because I see some girls and they've got line of orange around their face. For under my eyes, I'm going to take the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer in number 1 Light. And I just kind of do a basic triangle like that, and then just really make sure you get some good coverage under there. I also like to do a little amount there, like that, down my nose, on my cupid's bow, and down my chin. That acts as a kind of highlight-esque type thing. No screenshots, that's just mean. But yeah, that acts as kind of highlight for the time being until I move on to highlighter. And then once you've blended all of that, you just, I'm using the wrong finger, danger. Take your ring finger and just really blend that out. It's actually better. A lot of you guys will want to use brushes or beauty blenders. You can do that, but it is actually better to use your finger, because it's just very gentle around your eyes, especially your ring finger, because that's the finger you can put the least amount of pressure on, and you don't want to wear away your eyes at this stage. But that the warmth of your finger actually helps to blend the concealer, and as you can see that just acts as a highlight and it just brightens my eyes, I feel, because otherwise my dark under eye circles stay around. You will probably look terrifying, but before I move on to powder or anything, just to let this all set into my face a tad, I move on to my brows. So I have the HD Brows quad here. Colours are Carbon, Ash Brown, Warm Brown and Nude. I like to take an angled brush and I mix together a tad of the Ash Brown and Carbon. So I just dip, tap off the excess, and then I like to fill in my brows like that. So I like to just take this and I fill in my brows. I try and follow my natural brow shape as much as possible, because otherwise my brows just look fake and just not good. I am lucky enough that I am one of the people in this world that has lots of natural brow, so I'm quite lucky in that aspect. Some people don't have many brows, so you do your brows however you want to do your brows. I just suggest doing it this way because it gives a more natural appearance. So don't keep on going squaring off your brows, because that just looks ridiculous. Or if you're going to square them off at the front, try using little strokes, because little strokes like this, teeny tiny ones, to replicate your brow hairs. As you can see, that has made a huge amount of difference. If you look at the difference in my eyebrows right now, you can see what I mean. Tap tap, get off all of that excess. It's quite dusty. You can use pencil if you want. You can use gel. I don't actually use any gel to keep my hairs in place. I like to take this one and just brush through my hairs. Now I like to take this one and not spoogly, because this just doesn't, it combs your brows in the right direction, but I just feel like it doesn't do the job that I'm needing it to. It more smokes out my brows than anything else. This really brushes out the excess, so it looks really natural and not overdone. You can see why I do that now, because that one just looks ridiculous compared to that one. I feel like if you spend more time on your brows, your whole face will actually come together a lot better. And now, because I've got quite a lot of eyebrow hair, I like to pinch the ends of it just to bring it off at a point. Now that we've done that and our face is kind of set a bit more, I'm going to take my Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in 005 Silky Beige, and I just swirl, tap off. I don't like to overdo the powder, because then you become pancakey, and that's not the greatest of looks. So I also like a little bit of life left in me, but just swipe it over, and if you have a coloured powder, make sure to bring it down your neck as well, just in case. I then like to take an angled brush, which is quite big, dab, tap it off, and I like to just go underneath my eyes, and it just sets my concealer underneath my eyes, and you can see the difference. Now I'm going to go to a big palette that I've got here, which is Colours by Technique. It's quite a cheapy brand. I got it for Christmas, but I've used quite a lot of it, as you can see. And I like to use more the contour shade, which is this one right here. That's my favourite contour shade right now. So I'm going to take a little brush, just swirl it in the bronzer, tappity tap tap, and then I take my mirror from the HD brows just to get up close and personal, and then just do that. I move it up and down there, right at the height of your cheekbone. So just put some colour there, and then I really brown it down the way. This is probably not the right way to do contour, but I don't care very much because I like it, and it slims my face down, which is what I want. I then like to just make sure that it's all blended and I've not got any weird brown patches on my face. Take my powder brush from earlier and I just sort that out. I like to take a blending brush, dab dab, and I don't go down that because I've got quite a long nose, so I just go around this area and also along here, which gives you a kind of button nose effect. I will now move on to bronzer. I am going to use the Rimmel London Natural Bronzer in 025 Sun Glow. It is a very pretty warm toned bronzer. I think it's got a hint of shimmer in it, so if you don't like shimmer, stay away from it. But I'm just taking a different brush which is similar to the last one. Swirl it, tappity tap tap, and I just like to just do the same with the other cheek. It's right on the cheek actually, and not the like underneath the cheekbones. You can contour with this if you want, but I prefer my contour shade because it's slightly darker and less warm toned than this. So I just take that on my cheeks, take that up my forehead. I like to go a little bit more bronzy at this time of the year. Less bronzer in like the summer months, but in like spring and winter I feel a little bit more inclined to bronze it up a bit. So as if you're going to bronze your face, also bronze your neck just to make sure all the colours stay in play, because you don't want to have one colour and not the other one. And when you're done, take your fluffy brush, which is just my powder brush, and just really blend that out. Okay, on to blusher. Now, you can take the blusher from your Technique set. I have a mini one here, which is it's just called blusher, and it's a light pink colour. So I just take my blush brush, swirly swirly, tap tap, and then I just put it on my cheeks. So from the apple of cheeks back, you don't want to do this like overly much, because if you do it too much then you're going to have a bright pink cheek, and that is not very good at all. This is not the highest pigmentation in the blush, but it is a very pretty one when you get it on your cheek. Take your powder brush and then just shove that and just blend it all out. If worst comes to worst, blend. Honestly, you'll thank me for it. Put on a bit of eye primer. When I got my Naked 3 palette, it came with some primers, like primer testers, and because I'm a cheapskate and I can't bother going to get the actual thing, I'm just going to use a tad of the Urban Decay Primer Potion, the original one. Nothing fancy, just the original. I got the original anti-aging, as well as Eden, which is a nude matte, and Sin, which is for shimmer. I just use the original one for now, so basically you take a little bit on your finger and you just spread it on your eye, and it just helps to keep your eyeshadow on all day. If you don't have an eyeshadow primer, I would highly suggest getting one because they're really good. I'm going to take my fan brush, which looks like that, and I'm just going to take the highlighter from my big Techniques palette again, which is this colour here, and I just like to take that on brush. Fan brush, like mini fan brushes are excellent for highlight. You just really get that nice highlighted cheek. I'm taking Strange from my Urban Decay Naked 3 palette, and I'm just setting my brow bone and my crease area with that, and that just will help to set my primer pad up there and also helps with blending later. So sticking with my Naked 3 palette, I am going to take Trick, which is a kind of orangey pinky colour, on a kind of fluffier brush, and I just lay that on there. I'm now going to take, almost the same brush, going to take the colour Liar, kind of darkish colour, and I will just take that through my crease. I tend to take this colour and I tend to wing it out a tad. It does not have to be too neat because we are going to blend it out. So now that you've got them basically even, take a blending brush and just start blending it out. Now that we've blended that out, I am going to take this brush again, which is what we set our brow with, and I'm going to take a tad of Trick under my eye, and then just take Liar and put that on the edge. I am going to take my brow kit again to finish off the eyes, and I'm taking Carbon on its own, which is this one right here. Another angled brush, which is not the same as my eyebrows, it's slightly more dense, and I'm just going to tap that off quite a lot. And because I don't suit heavy winged eyeliner, I tend to just line my lash line with this and just kind of wing it out at the edge. Then I just take that down to the bottom lash line as well. As you can see, that's quite a strong wing, so I like, because I don't do winged eyeliner, I like to just take my fluffy blending brush and I really blend that out. I like to smoke out the bottom crease as well. And that just gives it a nice winged eyeliner effect. Make sure that if you are doing the bottom lash line that it meets your top lash line, or else it just looks ridiculous and nothing looks connected. I would do this with voiceover, but I'm really bad at voiceovers. Now I'm going to move on to mascara, but before I do that I have to curl my lashes with my Eyelash Curler. I do it so I get really curly lashes, which is just shove it on, hold that for a while, you look absolutely ridiculous, and then pump it up the way. That just gives you really curly lashes. Now onto mascara. I am using the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara in Intense Black. I find it really opens up my eyes. It's a plastic applicator, but it's also curved, which really helps get every individual lash. I'm going upwards first. And take the, just as it was before, but just bottom to coat bottom lashes like that. I then like to reload my applicator and flip it over, and then coat my top lashes with what I coated my bottom lashes with. And this just helps me to really get a good eye look. You can see mascara really changes your eyes. They look so much open, so much more awake, and I just feel like they look so much better. I feel like you can't really complete a look without mascara, So that's really full, really open lashes, and it really helps open up your eyes, I feel. For my eyes, to finish that off, to highlight the inner corner, I take Strange again, and on a flat brush, I just shove that right on the inner corner and blend that out a bit. And do that on the brow bone as well to highlight my brow bone. Now that I've got my mascara and it's quite it's kind of natural look, it just makes you look like you put some effort in. I like to use some natural lip colours. I go between the Bourjois Rouge Edition Velvet it's a matte finish in Don't Pink of It, which is number 10, and it looks like this. And the applicator is just a doe foot applicator. The L'Oreal Color Riche lipstick in 223, which is this beautiful natural pinky kind of colour. This is a brand new one, so you're lucky. Natural purpley pinky kind of colour, and it's really, really pretty. I think today I'm going to go with this one. And with this, because it's a liquid lipstick, you've really got to be careful that you get it exactly on your lips. So I would try and talk to you whilst I'm doing this, but it's a bit hard to concentrate. When you put liquid lipsticks on, a lot of them can be quite drying. This isn't too drying, but it's always good to put a lip balm on at the beginning, which I did, before you put one on, just because they can be quite drying. Just finishing it off. You can use a lip liner if you've got a lip liner to match. I don't have a lip liner to match at this moment in time, so, but I've put this on so much I could probably put it on in the dark. So that is my makeup look done for today. That's my everyday makeup look. If you liked this, please give it a like, leave a comment down below of any suggestions you have, because I'm still looking for them, and just try and leave a comment of anything. And also subscribe to my channel because it would be very appreciated. And I guess I'll see you guys next week. So see you then. Bye!